Cat Meets Bird. Last night I woke up to the sound of birds going crazy. They were shrieking and cawing and making such a lot of noise that I couldn't get back to sleep. I looked out of my window and this is what I saw. Okay, maybe not this many birds, but it sounded like it. I thought to myself, crazy birds. I was just about to get back into bed when a movement caught my eye. I peered into the garden and there, on the lawn, was my cat, Maggie, playing with a baby bird. I banged on the window. "Maggie!" I yelled, furious, but she didn't hear me. She was having a lovely time with that poor little bird. She was patting it with her paw and butting it with her head. She was letting it try to flap away, before casually swatting it down with her paw. She chomped it. She nuzzled it. Well, I wasn't having it. I ran down the stairs and out into the back garden. "Margaret Waffle O'Connell!" I shouted at the cat. I always use her full name when she's in trouble. And she looked up at me, startled. I stormed over to her, and she smiled up at me, delighted, her mouth full of bird. "Maggie, put that bird down!" I hissed quietly, suddenly remembering my sleeping neighbors. I snatched the cat up, and in her surprise, she dropped the bird. By this time, the watching birds were cheering and clapping like they were at a hurling match. I ran back to the house and put Maggie inside, and then turned back to the poor little bird. The poor thing was sitting bedraggled on the grass. Slowly, I went over to it. I didn't want to frighten the poor thing. It looked at me, its little eyes terrified, and its chest heaving. I picked it up gently, planning on putting it into a box. Possibly I would feed it worms, give it a hot water bottle. I would mind it, nurse it. I would help this poor creature that had been attacked by my evil cat. I picked it up, whispering gently to it. "Hello, sweetie," I said softly. "Are you okay?" As I cuddled it to my chest, I heard a pawing at the window. Maggie was looking out of the window at me, betrayal in her eyes. As I looked at Maggie, I felt a warmth spread down over my hand. Confused, I looked down. Yes, you've guessed it. The poor thing was so frightened that it had gone to the toilet all over my hand. I put the bird down and began to wipe my hand on the grass. I swear I could hear Maggie laughing behind me. As I tried to wipe my hand clean, I heard a rustling behind me. It was the bird, running away across the garden. As I watched, it reached the raspberry bushes, hopped up, and flew away. One feather drifted slowly down to earth. "Hooray!" I thought, getting up from the grass. "At least I don't have to go digging for worms now."